Good morning, everyone, and thank you to be connected today to our webcast live about filtration. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 worldwide pandemic, we cannot travel these days and see you in real life. So that's why we decided to open the door of our headquarters for a webcast about our filtration expertise. I would like to tell a few words about ERLAB because ERLAB is a French and family company created more than 50 years ago by François Pierroville, who is the inventor of the first ductless fume hoods in the world in 1970. Since the beginning of the creation of the company, we sold around 160,000 units in the world. We are around 200 people working for ERLAB around the world in 3 different kinds of locations. There is one office place in the United States for the American market, one office place in China for the Asian market, and here you are at our headquarters based in Normandy in France. Now we arrive in our laboratory. Our lab is composed of 15 people. They are doctors, engineers, and technicians, and they are specialized in chemistry, physics, and electronics. Now we will join Florian. We will meet her today for our presentation. So good morning, Florian.
Good morning, Clotilde.
So just to tell a few words about Florian. So she worked for ERLAB since 8 years. She has a license in chemistry, and she has 3 different kinds of activities in our laboratory. So she's in charge of our risk assessment studies. So she's working always with our sales team to make the risk assessment studies for your ductless fume hoods for a new equipment or for a replacement filter. She's also in charge of, she takes part in different kind of R&D projects, and she's in charge of the control quality of our activated carbon. So let's talk today about our activated carbons, because it's our main raw material. And you need to know that this raw material is come from the coconut shelf. So for sure, we don't have some coconut trees here in Normandy, so that's why we imported this raw material from Asia. So anytime when we receive this activated carbon, Florian is doing some tests. She's doing some tests. And every time she's doing weightings before and after each kind of test which take part of this control quality process. So here you can see that Florian is realizing weightings. And now we will go together to the first equipment. And the first test is realized with our oven at 120 degrees Celsius. This test is realized to be sure that our activated carbon is well dry, because if this one is full of water, it's an issue, because there is no enough available porous free to welcome after your chemical molecules emitted inside your equipment. So now let's talk about another equipment. It is our muffle furnace at 800 degrees. It permits to verify the purity of our activated carbon. All impurity will be reduced in ashes at the end of this process. The next test is the Butane test and the clean air test. So the Butane test helps us to verify the absorption of the activated carbon, and we verify that all molecules are well trapped by the activated carbon. After Florian swept the activated carbons to be with clean air, to be sure that all molecules were well absorbed by our activated carbon. Now let's see our last equipment which takes part in of this quality process. It is our Sieve Shaker. So the Sieve Shaker is also very important. So first, Florian is testing the grain texture, so doing a separation between grains of carbons per size and weightings of each sieve. It's important because if the grains are too small, they will pass through the filter, and if the size is too big, we will put less quantity inside our filter. So she needs to tell this to our production department. She's also doing testing the hardness of the carbon to be sure that our activated carbon will be resistant during the transport part after the production. So now the first part of this webcast regarding to filtration and regarding to our activated carbon raw material is now finished. So thank you very much, Florian.
You're welcome.
And
goodbye.
goodbye. Thank you, Florian. And now we will see another place, important place in our laboratory. It is our storage room, because each test realized by Florian, each samples testing by Florian, will finish in this storage room. And as you can see here, there is different kind of samples, and we store this one for to guarantee the traceability of our activated carbon. So now let's talk about our production of filters. So this is the last point of our webcast. So ERLAB invested around 600 euros in a robot in production of our filter seal in 2017 for different kind of reasons. The first reason is always to provide a better seal quality on our filters. With the robot seal are in long term more flexible and shock resistant against chemical products. The second reason is to improve our capacity of production for sure and deliver faster our customer. Now our ERLAB most common references of filter are delivered in 48 hours. Using by one team of production during 35 hours per week, this robot is able to produce around 30,000 filters per year. Last year, to get you an idea, we produce around 25,000 units. As you understood this morning by this webcast, ERLAB has developed with time a real expertise in molecular filtration with time. Our filter quality can be found in our ERLAB filters for our equipment, but also for the competition, for filters from the competition. So now the webcast about our filtration expertise is now finished. So I remain at your disposal for any question. Thank you for your time.